At it again, Birdies Not BS, Doug Smith, alongside my co-homie this weekend. Hey, Top Golf's very own, legendary instructor out of Top Golf in St. Louis, Mr. Christian Heavens. Christian, what's going on, brother?
Not much, man. Let's get the ball rolling.
Yo, so look, it's the season, especially in your part of the country. It's just now we're getting the snow off the ground, although I know it hurt. It snowed like a couple weeks ago.
A couple days ago. No, a couple days ago.
Yeah, I heard that was horrible for y'all out there. I don't love it for you. You know what I'm saying? No. But we got to get these people ready, man, because look, everybody's not a golfer, but they want to try. They know it's socially distant activity. They know, like, we've been coming in, we black and brown folk been coming in hand over fist. But look, we got to make sure they right, all right? So on this episode, Christian, we got to take them from pre-round, when they pull up, and then what to expect while you there. So look, you're an instructor. You've been teaching the game. You know how it is. So if I'm shaking the cobwebs off, I just got the snow off the ground, Christian, what do I got to do to get the game right? How do I jumpstart my season?
Okay, first we gotta talk about practice. We gotta take it to my boy Allen Iverson. Okay, we gotta practice. We talking about practice. We gotta practice. Get your reps inside. Put a little bit the night before on the carpet into a little cup, a little solo cup or something like that. Get your confidence right. Go to the range a few times. You can't just go straight to the course without some ability to kind of get the ball moving in a direction.
See, that's a big miss right there, Christian. I think a lot of people think it's golf season, it's time to go. I'm gonna just take it straight to the course, to the first tee, and they don't get warmed up. They don't see, like, get a snapshot of where their game is, so they pull up and it's not what they expected, dog.
No, that's not. No, they need to get that figured out right away. We need to warm up to that right there. Okay, we gotta get it right. What you think? What do you recommend?
Man, look, I'm starting with lessons, man. Like, when you start any season, after you get your clubs and your equipment ready, your bag, you got your outfits together and pressed the night before or ironed, depending on where you live, pressed or ironed. We got to get that right.
Right.
But
or something just throw it in the dryer.
Not our boy like Willie Mack. Willie Mack was over here last week ironing every crease out. My man had that's all I heard every morning.
Right. That way he hit that steamer every time.
Yeah. No, but I feel like a lot of people just want to jump into the deep end of this golf shit, and they got to take the time, man. You got to crawl before you walk before you run. So I'm starting every season off with like a lesson, maybe two, just to see where I'm at, to see what I got to do to get better. Because a lot of people just jump in and it's not the move. So I'm saying, matter of fact, just listen to this. Go get a lesson. Go holler at your PGA professional. Go holler at your boy, your auntie, whoever you know that's better than you at golf. Go holler at them and just get them to give you an assessment of what you need to do to get your stuff together. And after that's together, man, like, I feel like you gotta practice. And you gotta practice in a way that you're not working on swing. I tell people all the time, and you know this, Chris, you're not going out there to play golf swing. You're going out there to play golf.
That's a fact. We playing golf. Low score.
You're playing golf. People want to go out there and hit every spot and position, and it's like you're not gonna do that when you need to hit a cut around this tree, or you gotta hit a punch shot under these limbs. That's not working. But so look, you're a putting guru. We'll get to it later when we get technical about putting. But like you said earlier, get somewhere, roll some balls to a solo cup or whatever. Use the grout lines. Just roll something. You know what I mean?
Right.
And Christian, what part of the game, when you don't play a lot, what part of the game kind of goes? Like, where do people need to put their most emphasis?
Man, that short game, you got to knock the short game out first. Because that's the first thing to go and the last thing to come back. That short game is tough. But, along with the short game, like you said, man, I can't agree more. Get a lesson. I'm getting back in the season. U.S. Open local qualifying's coming up. I'm about to play my first Advocates to try to be like you out here finishing top 10 and contending in Advocates events.
Hey now.
Man, you out here doing work. I see you out here. You sneaking in some practice somewhere and lessons somewhere. But, shoot, I had to get me a lesson. I'm a coach, and I tell my students I had to get a lesson myself last week to get ready for the season. So even with short game, get some tips and lessons and practice, man. That's all I can say. Get around the green.
Just put the time in.
Man, and it's free at a public course. You go to, a little putting practice green, chip and putt, put some music in, and you just have a good night. Maybe a beer on the side. Man, that's peaceful there.
That's bars right there, because a lot of people forget that you can chip and putt at a public establishment. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. That's what I do. That's how I get ready. I pull up I got like a rotation, so they don't see me like every opportunity I have to practice. Well, I go to this course, I go to the second course, go to third course, and then I loop it back around the following week. You know what I mean? When I do get a chance to get out there and get it. But that's something that's bars, man. Like, people need to understand. Go out there and practice. It's free. And then, okay, we told people you gotta get your swing right. You gotta get your lessons together, Christian. Now it's time to get ready to go. So now we gotta make a tee time, right? So what? I'm new to this, right? I'm used to calling the plug like, hey, you got a spot on Sunday morning, you can just let me out. All right, I'm gonna have 2 with me. I mean, that's how I schedule tee times, Christian. How can we schedule tee times to make sure we're not getting gypped and we gonna get that? When do we get it? I don't know, man. Just how do we pick up the tee time? Look,
and I'm new to this too. I'm like you. I call somebody. First of all, I don't like paying to play golf. I've been put in a position where I can hit up people. Man. Well, no, I ain't sneaking out there, but people invite me out there to play. But now, since I'm not on tour, I guess they not really messing with me like that. But so I had to download Golf Now app today so I can play a practice round for my tournament. Golf Now is dope. You get to see the rates. You get to see what tee times are available. But hey, old school still works too. Call the clubhouse. They'll probably give you a directory. You probably got to press 1 to make a tee time and reservation. Go ahead. They're going to take you to the pro shop, and you just see what times they got available and get out there and play. That's how you get started,
I like the online booking because it gives me options, because I don't know.
That's true.
Let me see the tee sheet in advance. You got tee times. I don't even know all. Look, there's so many places, and look, we're not endorsing any one particular place, but I will say this: booking online, sometimes you can save some cheese. I will say that. True. Got one of them hot deals where you try to book like 2 hours before the tee time. It wasn't sold, so then you just pull up, and it's like, okay, boom, all right, I'm in. Let's go. So look, online, find the right place to go, Christian. But before that, we got to get people swagged right. You can't just be showing up just because it's public course. You don't have. I mean, yeah, this shirt nice. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Trap Golf.
We both Trap Golf out here.
You gotta get your stuff together, Christian. What do we? I mean, we had a previous episode where we had Taria in here talking about monochromatic isms and all of this. What are you suggesting for getting people swag right this season? Just from a color perspective, we going to PGA Superstore? You shopping on Amazon? Where are you getting your stuff?
I don't know, man. Instagram. I just look on Instagram and see what I like. Get out there. We got a couple of companies doing some big things, some nice color patterns, some hooking up with my boy Joe Hooks with the rollback. Mr. Vibologist, he stay fresh, so I try to.
Hey, he always talking about. I don't know what it means.
You don't know? Okay. Well, he's all about the vibes.
Study of vibes.
It's a study of the vibes.
Okay. Shout out to Joe Hooks and Mr. Vibology.
Mr. Vibologist.
If you don't know about Joe, he is a vibologist. Go check out his Instagram page. It'll tell you.
He got his master's in
everything you need to know. But look, he keeps his ankles out, Christian. So a lot of people might want to have their ankles tucked and covered this season, or shorts. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is whatever's comfortable. Like don't disrespect the game by just pulling up and being a slouch. That's all I'm saying. When you go into the course, you ain't got. It's not church. It's not the club. But you be comfortable in some functional stuff that you can feel good and look good in. Because odds are, Christian, somebody gonna have their phone out. They're gonna be trying to put it on the gram. Like they gonna be out here like, yeah, I do have golf. It's dope.
Right.
But still, it is dope. But like, you gotta look the part. That's all I'm saying. Look the part when you go to the course. So when somebody does put you on the gram or on Twitter, you don't look stupid.
Right. And it'll make you feel good. Like feel good, play good, look good, feel good, play good, and you feel
okay, Dion.
Right, you gotta get Dion out there, and I mean, you just feel more comfortable out there, right? So, I mean, I agree. Just make sure you just not out there. Iron your clothes, be presentable, but it's not real stuck up. Like you don't have to do. It's not real stuck up where you gotta wear the same button down collar shirt or something they used to wear back in the day. Like golf fashion has evolved to where you can be comfortable and still look good and fit your own style. So.
All right, Christian. So here's where it gets intimidating for a lot of people, especially new players, new people coming to the golf courses. We want to make sure we're preparing you guys right here. Christian Heavens, Doug Smith, Birdies Not BS. When you do get to the club, odds are there's going to be a club drop.
Right.
It's going to be a club drop. Use it. Use the club drop. Pull up to the front Let whoever take your clubs out. Public course, it might not be there, so just walk up, park, then walk up with your club. But if there's a bag drop, use the bag drop. Just go ahead and start your day. Let them service you.
Man, you know, that's nice too. But sometimes my trunk be kind of embarrassing. I'll just, hey man, let me go back there. Don't hold up before I open the door. Hold up, let me go see back here. I don't know what I got back here. Could be some old McDonald's back there, bro. Just don't worry about it. Old
McDonald's bags back there. No,
yeah, that's my go-to for breakfast.
Acting like
that's my go-to.
But look,
for breakfast.
And to that point, look, take care of your outside service staff. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It's not a lot. It's $4, $5, $6, $10. You know what I mean? They gonna clean your clubs after the round. They gonna take your clubs, put them on a cart, and get you set up before the round. Now, moment of truth is when you walk inside to pay. As an African American, sometimes I'm very welcome, Christian. Sometimes I get that little look like, here comes this dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? So go in there with a smile. Go in there with a good attitude. Like, especially if you're a minority, because golf's got a long way to go. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of preconceived notions when we show up to the golf course. So what I try to do is go in there and leverage my swag, what I got on. You know, I don't know how you're received, Christian, but I walk in there like I own the place, and here's my money if I ain't already paid online.
Yeah. And you know, man, you go in there with a smile, and golf is a gentleman's game. We build our game is built on honor and trust. I know it's different from different places, but don't go in the pro shop with your golf clubs. Just leave them outside. They're gonna be safe. Man. They're gonna be safe for a little bit. Hopefully you're not in the area where somebody gonna steal your golf clubs. But
if it's not Chester, Washington.
Yeah, there or Rogers Park. I mean, it's a couple courses, but we don't talk bad about them. Just people see opportunities and take advantage.
It's a rite of passage. Those courses are rites of passage.
Right.
If you can get through there, you can get through anywhere. Shinnecock is easy if you can go through Rogers Park.
Right. Absolutely. But no, pro shop is, I mean, that's a spot. Go in there with confidence, with a smile, and act like you belong there. That's one thing.
And no one's in your golf bag. Like, no one's in your golf bag. Like, do you need a glove? Do you need tees? Man, do you need balls?
Need tees.
Like, odds are you're going to need something. So go ahead and purchase that with the tee time purchase. One credit card swipe. Yep. I can't even get that out. One credit card swipe. That's all you need.
Gotcha. That's
you know what I'm saying?
Get it all taken care of.
Like, it's so annoying. I used to be the guy behind the counter, man. Somebody comes in, then they get to the cart to go warm up. They don't have any tees. They got to come back in. They got to buy tees. Then they go to the first hole, and they're like, oh, shit, I don't have any golf balls. And they come back in. It's like, bruh, why didn't you inventory your bag before you left the house?
You knew we was going to need this.
You knew you need. Look, that's the one thing you need on every hole you play is a golf ball. Every hole.
What all they need? Let's go through the list right now. Make sure the checklist for them.
We're interrupting this episode because my friend Cheyenne Woods and I want to tell you about something that's changing the way that we practice putting at home.
That's right. We use the Perfect Practice putting mat, which is trusted by more than 100 tour pros.
The Perfect Practice putting mat makes it easy for you to practice at the crib or at the office. Plus, it's kind of dope, too. Like, you can display it proud. Like, have it wherever you want to, but just use it before or after your round, and you'll make more putts.
If you're serious about shooting lower scores and you just want to stay in the house, the Perfect Putting Mat is what you need. It's the one golf item you'll buy this year that will change your game.
Go to perfectpractice.golf and use the code BIRDIES NOT BS to save you some loot. Hey, you're going to save 15% on your order. Who don't want to do that? Head to perfectpractice.golf to start draining more putts.
You know what? Golf balls. That's a fact.
You need balls. You need
what about
tees.
Gloves? Tees.
You got to have a glove. You know what? I'm weird. I got to have an extra glove. Like, I got to have one extra with me. Like, every time, because I don't know what's going to happen. I lose stuff. You know what I'm saying? I might leave it on the tree or leave it in the bag. I might miss the little Velcro on the bag, and I might turn the cart too quick and fly off in the water type stuff.
Right.
That's me. Chapstick. Like, you
ain't lying.
Chapstick is near me all the time. Like people don't understand, especially in Arizona, dog. You got to have that chapstick, bro. Because it's the wind, the rain, the elements is out there. Look, I'm going to go ahead and apply.
And once it start cracking and burning, it's a wrap for the rest of the day. You try to use lotion from your arm and stuff, it don't work.
Yeah, and take one from Willie Mack's playbook. If you maybe you might want to wear 2 sleeves. Willie only wears 1 for some reason. I don't understand it. I guess it's fashionable. But wear 2 golf sleeves. Like, you're going to be outside. Like, that's what pissed me off. don't be unprepared to be outside. So sunscreen, chapstick, hair, head coverage, sunglasses. Have sunglasses. Right. I'm sorry, I'm adamant about this. And look,
I got you.
So now we done got them from, all right, we done pregame, we got them warmed up and ready to go to the course. They done dropped the bags off, Christian. They done went inside with some confidence. They done bought everything they need to buy. Now it's time to go to that first tee. All right, and guess what? Prepare yourself, because when you get to that first tee, there's probably going to be a couple, 2 or 3 other people there.
Yeah,
all right, it's just going to be what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to be what it is, Christian. Yep. So breakfast ball, I'll let you talk about the breakfast ball. I know you know what I'm talking about, but don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, man, get to that first tee, have the ball and the tee in your hand, and then have that other ball sticking out your back pocket, because you're going to have to pull that out real quick, that breakfast ball.
No question. No question.
A lot of my amateurs, they keep 1, 2, 3 breakfast balls and extra balls in their pocket at all times. Some for cheating purposes, but for the most part, we just don't use that for breakfast balls, okay? So you don't have to go back to the cart and No.
Just take it with you. Take it with you. And have 4, 5 T's in your pocket, and a divot tool, and a coin. Like, you need all of that with you. Strapped up.
Pockets just clanking, just noise jingling every time you walk.
You know what's funny? I put my T's in my right pocket, Christian. I always start with 5 T's in my right pocket. I have a quarter and a penny in case I got to mark smaller, and my divot tool in my left pocket. That's how I stay strapped when I'm on the golf course.
That's one of our necessities. Have a coin to mark your golf ball.
Oh, God.
I can't tell you when I forget that. I hate it. I be so embarrassed, bro. Let me borrow a nickel. I ain't got it.
Yeah, it's weird when people put the T down. I can't stand the T. It's like, don't use the T. It's weird. All right, so look, we told you, while you out there listening, when you get to that first tee, there's going to be people around. But look, everybody sucks. Like, let's just be honest.
Right.
Like, I'm blessed and Christian is blessed. Somehow, magically, God has granted us the ability to be in like the top 2%. Average golf player shoots 100. Of all the people that play golf, the average score is 100. So guess what? Whoever's out there that's watching you, they suck. So don't try to impress nobody. Just go do you. Let's get the ball going forward. I think people's expectations are too high, Christian.
Like, way too high. Just hit the ball.
Just get it this way.
And go. And get it going. And that's what, like Will Smith said, too. He taught his daughter Willow, it's okay to play bad golf. But they need to know while playing golf, play bad golf quickly. Move on up to your next shot. I can't stand slow play. You take all day to hit the ball 20 feet. That's a major key. We need to talk about that. Slow play and bad golf combined is just not going to work.
All right, so now they off the first tee, Christian. We started moving to the round. You're talking about what are tips to playing fast golf? Like, what's some tips, man?
Man, you just got to be ready. You see your other boy hitting the shot or whatever, getting ready. You need to be doing the same thing while he doing that. Don't wait until after he hits and then say, okay, well, how far I got? Where my ball? Let me see. All right, let me get a club. You need to be going through that routine and ready to hit the shot by the time his ball land wherever it lands.
See, here's my thing with that, Christian. This is what pissed me off. So say you 2 of y'all in the cart. Whoever got the farthest ball back needs to be like, leave the cart. Either take the cart or leave the cart. You got to decide who's going to take it and leave it. But if you're the farthest person away and you say it's not your ball, you need to leave that person where they are and drive up to wherever your ball is. Yeah. And you start getting ready and let them get ready. Like, pull 2 and 3 clubs, like, especially with the cart's about to leave. And if you only 60, 70 yards, you better have that damn putter with you. Like, if you got a wedge, you should go ahead and take the putter. I hate when people will be 70 yards from the hole, hit a wedge, and go back to the cart, especially when they ride with somebody that's on the green.
Right.
Like, what the hell are you doing? Just walk up to the green.
Just walk up to the green, bro. Like, what are you doing? Right. Bro, and then, another one. Going before that, what I hate is, we need to come up with an equation. If you hit a drive that only goes 175 yards, and you got 250 to the green, don't wait for that green to clear. You okay to go ahead and hit, bro. Like, why are you sitting back there waiting? Just go ahead. It's not gonna get there. We not, if you hit it great and it bounce up and roll up to the green, hey, more power to you. But hit that ball, bro. It's not going on the green. Just keep pace of play going.
And that's the thing. And I feel like, in a previous episode we talked about, making your own par. Like, just because it's a par 3 don't mean you gotta hit it 3. Make it a par 5. If you're new to the game, like, don't stress yourself out with what golf tells you to do. But whatever you decide to do, make sure you do that stuff quick. Because the last thing you want to do, especially if you're invited out by somebody, is you don't want, and say it's somewhere nice. The last thing you want is to not be invited back. So like if you suck, it's okay to suck. Like just do it quick. But look, Christian, we got him off the tee. We got him through. Etiquette, man. It's etiquette. It's
okay.
Like what is etiquette, Christian, and how do we learn it? And what is it, man? What do we got to do?
Man, just certain things. Etiquette. One, first of all, if you hit a great shot and it hits on the green, fix your ball marks. That helps me out there. I like that a lot. I mean, what else you got? I got some simple ones, but I don't know.
Man, no, it's just like don't step in my line. Like the line.
What?
The line, people, is wherever the ball is at rest that somebody's about to hit and the hole. That imaginary pathway that this ball is supposed to travel down, that's the line. All right? Yeah. Don't step in that space. That's about as disrespectful. That's like calling me the N-word. I'll be honest.
Yeah, right there.
That's
it's
just,
up there?
That's disrespectful.
It's up there with the N-word?
To me, yeah, it's close. That's like the most disrespectful thing you can do to somebody from an etiquette.
You might have to swing on them. Okay,
I'm
taking it there,
and or the through line. So if you got the line, the through line is the continuation of that line. I don't need you nowhere in that 180 degree like view. Just keep your ass off to the side, and you won't. Serious. From an etiquette standpoint, people they gonna rock with you. They gonna rock and be like you said. Be ready to play. Be ready to putt. Be ready to hit. Know your number. Know your clubs. Always look. Here's one etiquette. Take 2 clubs. If you're gonna go chip, take 2 clubs. Don't take just 1 club. Take 2 so you can think through the options. You want to go high. You want to go low. Like let's have 2. That's
2 clubs and your putter. So 3. 2 clubs and your putter. Don't you chip that ball and go back to that cart. Don't you do that. You take that putter and you go right where you gotta go. Hey, what about talking in your golf swing? How does that bother you? Some people it don't mess up. But
it's not a big deal to me, man. I don't like bursts.
Right, like, that's true.
Don't burst. Like if we talking right now and we just doing this whoop-de-whoop and I'm hitting the ball, we cool. But I don't want to be setting up and it's all quiet and then it's like, holy shit! No, don't do that. Don't scream at me. Like that's how I flinch, and that's not the move. That's the
okay. No, so golf's evolving in that way because before everybody thought they had to be real quiet. Now we got music playing. Get your Bluetooth playing, y'all, but kind of be considerate. We don't need it blasting across 2 fairways and stuff. You don't need to be too loud, but get your Bluetooth in. Play your Nipsey or something like that. Get your vibes, enjoy it.
That little point.
You know what I'm saying right there, my guy. Rest in peace. Yeah, so I mean, the golf etiquette is changing that way. We're getting a little more relaxed and laid back. But you still got to be respectful of some people. So it's different for different folks, for sure.
And the thing about it is, Christian, like there's levels to people's golf IQ. So if you got a low golf IQ or if you have a high golf IQ, you're gonna have to be tolerant of the other people around you. Okay.
Yeah.
Like if you've been playing the game for a long time and there's a group ahead of you and you can tell that they're new, don't be a dick. Like don't do that. Don't go up there and hit into them and this, that, and the third because you're gonna ruin their experience. You know what? And if you're new, you should watch some YouTube videos, listen to this podcast, share this podcast with people that want to play. So they can listen to us tell you don't do that. That's not the move. And it's gonna be this golf's turning in. It's gonna be this melting pot, Christian, where people gonna have to start coming together and understanding the differences in cultures so that we can have an enjoyable time together.
That's true. What are some noticeable differences in cultures that you think on the golf course? What would you see at Rogers Park compared to a LA Country Club or something like that? You know what, man? There's certain stuffinesses at different places. I'm not saying LACC stuffy, but I am saying that it's stuffier than the Rogers Park. Like, let's just be, let's be that. But you have to be cognizant of just your surroundings, man. That's all it is. And Christian, as and people need to understand, after you've concluded the round, it's okay to go inside and have a cocktail. Man, it's almost a necessity. Matter of fact, before we say that, don't have too many on the golf course. Because odds are you still got to drive home, and you're gonna have 1 or 2 more before you leave. So you don't want that pressure. Right. You don't want that pressure. I agree. Right. You almost got to get in there. You got to detox. You got to relax. Yeah. Even though golf is already relaxing, but go ahead and get in the round, talk about your golf, and just have a couple of drinks. Tip your waitress. Tip the guy that tip your outside staff, man. Outside staff. That was my first job. Was outside staff. Right. Even if I don't use the outside staff.
Even if I don't get my clubs don't get dirty because I clean them before I put them back in the bag. But I still throw them $20 because that was me for years of my life. I know what it's like. You out there grinding and you need tips. But all right, Christian, it's time to get technical right here. You know, it's technical time here. Birdies Not BS, where we kind of turn it up just a little bit. Talk about golf in a way that's going to make you better. Christian, for those that don't know, please tell the people about the product that you invented, please, for putting.
A chalk line. It really helps you with your line, helps you see your line, see your path. But nobody's ever made it a golf-specific product. So we're getting that started. Got a chalk line that's made for golfers. And so, you know, we birthed and came fully with Tour Line, chalk line, which is our main product. And I recommend everybody just get out there and snap a Tour Line. It's for the better players, I think, and more competitive players that's really ready to put that work in. But everybody should be like that. So go on tourlinegolf.shop and go and get one.
All right, there's the plug there for the Tour Line. Putt to your line. But look, here's the point, though, Christian, for getting technical this week. Because a lot of people need to understand when we're putting is a match between speed and line. All right? Yes. In my opinion, the most important thing about putting is where your face is pointing at impact. And what better tool to use to make sure you're putting down where you're looking than using a chalk line? Like, it's on the ground. You can put the ball, you know, right on the line and see if you can roll the ball down it consistently. You got to find a straight putt, or you can even use a curving putt. If you know how much it breaks, you can, snap that chalk line down there so you can start a left to right putt or start a right to left putt. I just think, Christian, when we're trying to get people better at the game, using things like Tour Line and other, items to just nail down these basics. And I think a chalk line, especially yours, is something that people need to know. Like, that's helpful. That's going to help you putt better. You're going to start the ball where you're looking.
Yeah, it's very helpful. You see Tiger talk about it all the time. He talks about putting to the picture, or he saw his lines really good. Literally, this is what you see. Like, I see this line when I'm putting short 5, 7, 10 footers all day. I talk to my kids. We use it at Top Golf, and I'll just tell them, hey, roll the train down the track. And they just see that line. They see their path going right down that line. And you just build that repetition and success, man. It's so big. A lot of people need to know about it and get it going.
That's it right there. Well, Christian Heavens, we appreciate you stopping in here, getting technical with us. Hey, everybody, be sure to follow, subscribe. Look at us on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Click the bell so you know we coming out. And you know what? I got my co-homie in here. So what I need you to do is you go find you a co-homie and share this episode with them. You know what I'm saying?
Please.
Birdies Not BS, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. BirdiesNotBS.com. And Christian, tell them how to find a Tour Line.
Hey, Tour Line at tourlinegolf.shop. Tour Line Golf on Instagram. And I appreciate it, man. It's good to be out here. Hey, the NBA, they got a metric. It's called the plus minus. It tells, how good your team is doing when you're on the court. A good team, they superstars are pretty high on the plus. But it's when they subs come in, right? Their subs' only job is to make sure that their minus doesn't cancel out the superstars plus. So if I ain't cancel out y'all plus during these last 2 episodes, I did a good job. So that was all. That was my only goal, making sure my minus didn't cancel out y'all big plus that y'all got.
Hey man, it's a pleasure to have you in here, man. I'm glad that we can open this up and really expand the conversation with my friends and family and people that I know and don't. Because look, this is what golf is. It's coming together of people and building bridges, create relationships that last a lifetime. So Christian, we appreciate you right here, Birdies Not BS, and we'll holler at y'all, man, next week.